Welcome to the Sunday Legacy Challenge. I'm Brent Cook, and today we're playing The Epic Storm version 12.4. If you've listened to the Eternal Glory podcast, you can check that out in the link above. I've been talking about how good this deck list has been. On that podcast, I said that I was running at 78% over a small sample size. I've expanded that sample size. I am now at 76% over 60 matches. It's pretty good, right? Just trying to grow that sample, get a real feel. But my main thing is that Galvanic Relay has continued to impress me. And today, I'm hoping that it does the same. We're looking to dodge Doomsday. In our last challenge video, we lost to Doomsday and Sneak and Show. Blue combo decks with forces tend to be our weakness, so we're just going to try to dodge and crush all the fair blue, which is what our deck does best. And if you're looking to support this content, you can always subscribe. While you're down there, you can also join our channel and become a member. I have a few people to thank that have joined this week. Jay Bellevue, Jordan Cream, Austin Ladshaw, and I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher this. I don't mean to, it's just I don't speak Chinese. Sun Wai Chang, thank you. I do appreciate your support. And if you'd like to do that, once again, that join button is right next to subscribe. And if you're already joined and subscribed, make sure to comment and like all that good stuff. Help us get into that YouTube algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, and then other ways that you can support us are theepicstorm.com/donation decks. You can see your combo deck featured here on this very channel. You can also go to theepicstorm.com/shop, pick up a pint glass, a token pack, Storm 20 baseball tee, as well as Sweet The Epic Storm singles. I've been playing locals again, winning store credit, and picking up Storm cards. So if you're interested in getting your cards for the Epic Storm, we have a bunch of new cards in stock. Go check those out. With more to come this week, there will be some sweet Japanese foils uploaded. There's some already, but there's more on the way. So buy at your own, I don't know words. Whatever. There's more on the way. So if you don't want to make true orders, wait a little bit. If you want to just buy what's there, do that. Words are difficult, like I said. But theepicstorm.com/shop. Well, I butchered that. But hopefully we don't butcher this challenge today. I hope we do well. This list is super sweet. Yeah, I mean, this is the same 75 we ran last week to a 5-2. I'm in love with this deck list. It's so good. I'm really excited to play it today. Happy 4th of July for everyone in the United States. I don't know, fake American holiday. But whatever. I'll see you in round number 1. Cheers. Welcome to round number 1. We are facing Utley26, our good friend, Jack Kitchen, who normally plays Painter and then Dredge. I don't know what Jack is playing these days, but Jack has taken a mulligan. We're going to try to keep this. This does have an Echo of Aeons, a little bit dangerous against Painter. That said, we have Defense Grid to protect it. We don't have a black source, so if we want to cast Dark Ritual into Wishclaw Talisman, we have to use this Lotus Petal. There's a lot going on here. This hand has a lot of potential. My one concern is that Jack is someone who likes to run main deck Ethersworn Canonist. That is a card that could rock us, so I'm looking to dodge that. Jack has gone to 5 cards and has apparently kept those, so we'll see how this game goes. Alright, Urza Saga. Lotus Petal. Is Jack on Affinity? I don't know. This could just be Painter with Saga in it. And that's what it appears to be. Painter with Saga. We're on a 3-turn clock, too. I mean, that was a pretty good hand. Okay. I think I'm just going to brainstorm here. Veil. I think I'm going to burn Petal to ponder now, because I want to try to find something. Ooh. Yes. Alright. I definitely want the diamond. I could have drawn Burning Wish. Maybe I should have. I don't see myself casting Pulverize here, but I could. Jack's up to 2 cards in hand. It's worth noting I can't actually Veil Summer and Dark Ritual this turn. I imagine that Jack has a needle in there for this saga too. This is a tough call. I just don't know what I want to do here. So part of what I'm concerned about is if Urza Saga activates, uh, Jack could get a needle named Bloodstainmire, and if that is the case, my land doesn't work. But I imagine that Jack would get Grindstone. If Jack gets Grindstone, I can Veil of Summer the activation, but that's probably going to happen in my upkeep. I'm also just like a little bit concerned about like Soul Karn, but I guess Urza Saga is leaving, so I don't have to worry about that. That's a Grindstone. Alright, so we're going to cast Veil of Summer here, and get Taiga, I suppose. So we can't cast Dark Ritual or Wishclaw because we don't have a black source, so we want to draw a black source return. Come on, deck. That's sort of a bummer. Alright, we're all in on the Wild Echo. Can this Brainstorm save us? I don't know if that was good enough. So it's pretty free for me to just put back 2 lands here and then reevaluate. I need to get a black source with this, so that's free to do. So I'm pretty sure if I imprint Veil, it's going to tap for blue, so I can cast Brainstorm off it if I want. Yep, okay. So we then have +4. That actually isn't lethal. I can play and activate Wishclaw for Tendrils, but it's just not Lethal Storm. So I need this Brainstorm to hit into lethal. At least another spell. Because I only have 16 right now, so I need like a Mox Opal or something off this Brainstorm. And that should do. Okay. That was kind of nerve-wracking. But also sort of sweet. Alright, so we're going to grab Tendrils and then just cast it. And the Tendrils should get the job done here. Urza Saga is definitely an upgrade for Painter, that's for sure. That was terrifying. Yeah. So Jack is someone that is known to play Canonist, like I said, so I want these decays. The question is, how do I board for the rest of it? I think we could probably board out Grid. Grid is just like not a spectacular card here. And then maybe like 2 Ponder. I sort of like Veil for stopping Painter shenanigans, like we saw in game number 1 right there, but it also stops Pyroblast and other stuff. Yeah, I think I'm fine with this. Click Submit here. And if you're interested, we do have the Epic Storm Mini Token Pack. We have about 26, 25 of these left, somewhere in that ballpark. They're only $12, and for $12 you get 54 combo tokens. You get 20 Storm, 10 black, 10 red, 5 blue, 3 of the rest. They're great. Paper play is returning. They're a terrific way of keeping track of your Storm and mana in paper. Make sure to grab yours while we still have them in stock. You get 54 Goblin tokens on the back for your copies of Empty the Warrens, and they're mini. They're half the size of a standard Magic the Gathering card. Make sure you grab those. Alright, game number 2. We've opened up a decent hand here. We just need a little bit more mana, and then we have a turn 1. So I'm going to keep this against Mr. Kitchen. And while we wait to begin the game, I'm just going to put in my results from the first game. There was a main deck Echo, and I believe turn 4. Turn 2. Turn 3. That was a turn 3. Wow. Okay. And it looks like Jack is ready. And just passing. So if we can draw a Dark Ritual or a Diamond here, I think we have a turn 1. Just Petal to it. So we can imprint Tendrils. Play Wishclaw. And then we're a mana short. Would I rather risk my Wishclaw getting blown up by Painter? So I can play Tendrils. Yeah, I'm just going to pass here. And if they want to blow up my land with Painter, I'd rather that happen. Okay, Jack's going to pass, which is a little bit weird. I mean, we're going to try to resolve Ad Nauseam here. Get Badlands, I suppose. So Tendrils is out of the deck. That's a good thing. No 4 to reveal. Okay. Let's tap this. Alright. This feels like it's too easy. Like, maybe Jack kept a really bad hand, but this doesn't feel right. Like, I feel like I'm walking into, like, silence or something. Wishclaw. For Adnaz. And Nauseam. Alright, now we spam the 3 button until we get low on life. It's not a great Adnaz so far. And now we're at 3. This should do it. I'm going to stop here. Alright, and it looks like Jack's just going to concede. We are 1-0. I feel like we got a little bit lucky this round, but I'll take it. That was pretty sweet. I'll see you in round number 2. Welcome to round number 2. We are on the play against Jacob is Boss. Jacob is one of those Moto Zoomers, very skilled Magic player. If I had to guess, Jacob is probably just playing whatever Jacob thinks is the best deck. And right now, a lot of people think that is Blue-Red Delver. Because of that, I'm going to keep this hand that just, is a well-rounded hand that does lots of things. It's tough to ship this hand that has a lot of play to it against an unknown opponent. So we're going to try this out and see where it goes. Okay, starting off. I'm going to lead off on Trop. I'd rather the sea not get wastelanded with our current configuration. Yeah, this seems great. Okay. Hard to ship that Ponder. Wasteland. Yep. Alright, so we do have another Ponder on top. I don't know if we're going to keep this. It depends on what else it finds. Jacob pausing on her Ponder here. Gonna force her Ponder? I think I'm actually going to ship this. I don't know how much this actually accomplishes. And I have a feeling there might be another Wasteland on the way. So we drew a Chrome Mox, which is a little bit unfortunate, but not the end of the world. And a Ponder from Jacob. And it looks like I was correct that Jacob was on Blue-Red Delver. Okay. Take a draw here. Volk is fine. I'm just going to pass. I don't really want to play Brainstorm in 2 days. And ideally this Brainstorm would shuffle back Chrome Mox and maybe even Rite of Flame. So I'm just going to pass the turn here. Okay, so I wonder... Okay, Basic Island. Interesting. I was going to say, I wonder if this is a turn where Jacob tries to deploy a threat or advances the game plan. And it looks like it could be both. And there's the Ragavan. Okay. Let's see if we can find a fetch land this turn. Claw. I think I like that. Okay, I'm going to play out Chrome Mox here to avoid Daze. So what I'm thinking is if we play Claw and Jacob forces, we can Veil, but then we're not beating Daze, so this beats both. Okay, and I think I'm probably going to Brainstorm, see if I can put a land back for the Ragavan. So I can give Jacob an Opal, but honestly I think I'd almost rather have an Opal. So instead what I'm going to do is put back Burning Wish, and if Jacob wants to get Burning Wish, I think that's fine. So these lists are playing a sideboard Meltdown, so Jacob could Meltdown us. Or we give Jacob the Opal, but I think Opal's actually more valuable here. So if Jacob wants to Meltdown my Chrome Mox, I mean, sure. Alright. So the worst thing that could happen here is Burning Wish for Meltdown, land Meltdown for 1, but Meltdown for 1 doesn't answer Wishclaw. So, like I said, Jacob can destroy Chrome Mox if that's what they want to do. I'm hoping that they don't think that's worth it for 3 mana. I don't know what else they would have for good Burning Wish targets. It could have been pretty free to give them Opal or Ponder, but Opal next turn, the reason that I wanted to keep it was it allows us to Veil Summer into Adnaz through Daze. And if we give them Ponder, they get to advance their game plan, maybe even find another 4. So giving them Wish here is actually the safest option. And they're going to choose to Expressive Iteration instead. Okay, Brainstorm. Brainstorm off of the treasure. I think Jacob's looking for a wasteland here. 3 left in the deck. No wasteland. This looks like Jacob might be deploying another threat this turn, going down to 6 cards. Okay, so this Burning Wish is likely just going to be exiled. And it looks like Jacob's deciding to not deploy another threat. Let's just lead off on Veil. Let's see what happens. Brainstorm. Okay. So now if Veil resolves, we'll get the draw card off Brainstorm. I don't think it's going to, but it's a possibility. Winning game 1 is really, really huge in these matchups. Part of the reason why is post-board our matchup gets so much better. So the only way that Delver can win is if they squeak game 1 and then, no ride you or something in game 2. So winning game 1 just it makes it our percentage of winning the match go drastically up. Force pitch Delver. Okay. We're just gonna ponder here, looking for another piece of protection. We found it. Okay. I don't want to give them Burning Wish this time, so I will give them Petal. Maybe I messed up. So if I go Opal now, cast Veil into Petal, so that's plus 4, 5. We actually have lethal, assuming they don't have a daze. So Opal, Petal, or I'm sorry, Opal, Veil would be 6. Yeah, we would need them to not have a daze either. That said, we could also Galvanic Relay for like 9. Right? No, that doesn't add up. Okay, we're just going to pass. Alright, so they're going to take our Lotus Petal here. We're going to go to 16. What are they doing? Is this an iteration? Yep. We have Burning Wish on top. We could just cast it next turn, going to go get Galvanic Relay. Ponder. And Ponder. Jacob is looking for another wasteland. I feel like they're likely to find one by now. They're over a third into their deck. They've seen one. So it's like kind of likely that they find another. Yep. Likely Tig is going to go here. Yep. Okay. Still 6 cards in hand for our opponent. It's a lot. Sacrificing the treasure. There's a Murktide. And it is. Okay. So I think we're going to try to get Jacob to force the Burning Wish. And the plan here is probably Taco. Yeah, we're a mana short of Adnaz anyway. So hopefully Jacob tries to force this, and then we Veil of Summer. Resolved. I'm just going to cast this. It doesn't matter. Jacob could have double force here, but... I mean, if Jacob has a force, it's correct to force this. We just were a little too slow this game, I feel like. And now this Murktide's going to get even larger. So we're all in on this Echo. Does Jacob have force 3? Looks like it might be a daze. Okay, so I'm going to pay for daze. I don't know what the thought process was in that. Yes, you double daze. Okay. So now we have no mana floating either. And this is not going to get the job done. I mean, I guess I could brainstorm into the nuts. That is a possibility here. Okay. And Brainstorm. I mean, I'd love if we hit the nuts here. It did not happen. So I think how we win this, I mean, it's super unlikely. We need to ponder into like a pedal and then brainstorm. Like, it's just so improbable. Yeah. All right. So we lost game number one. Sort of a bummer because, like, we get so much better, but it's just our odds go down. I'm actually, I'm going to jinx it if I say it out loud, but I'm 6-0 versus Delver with this list. And such a big part of that is winning game one. All right. So we're going to board out Ponders and then bring in Decays. This is our pretty standard Delver configuration at this point. Hopefully it holds up for at least 2 more games. We need it to. Relays just changed the matchup a lot, forcing them to respect Storm cards instead of always waiting for the payoff like they did there. And a lot of Delver players haven't been doing that. And then Delver has no outs at all to AV Progenitor Ooze, or Eve Progenitor Ooze, as Phil mentioned on the Eternal Glory podcast. So AV or Eve is a big pickup. Galvanic Relay changes a lot. Decay, a lot of Delver players are playing a Null Rod or two due to affinity, and we have to respect that. So Ponder is the card boarded out. You need a high density of mana, so you need your Rite of Flames, you need your Chromoxes, you need your Opals to make Relay effective. So we're keeping this card. We're keeping all these cards in because of this card. And I know it seems weird, but like they're also boarding in Pyroblast, and we're taking out good Pyroblast targets for the opponent. So it makes sense. It just you have to buy into the theory. Yeah. So this is a relay for 4 on turn 1 if we want it. Wish that one of these was like an opal or something. Okay, so Jacob is debating on the 7. And I think I'm supposed to just fire off the relay, converting these into other cards. Excuse me. It's just like, we could go land go, but what else are we doing? Unless you draw land off the top, you can't cast anything on turn 2. And on turn 2, you're playing into days and other things, so we might as well just cast the relay now. Alright, relay for 4. Be good to me. We want to see mana. 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 Ah, triple land? Ugh. That hurt. That hurt so badly. We have to get Trop here. Yeah, that just stung. Why, Doc? There is a variance to playing Galvanic Relay, and this is it. Yeah, this is just brutal. Brutal. Yikes. What is it, Delver? Okay. I'm just going to brainstorm. So I thought about imprinting and playing Defense Grid there. It's just not great. We can just put these on top. Excuse me. Maybe I should have put Wish on top, because if I get Surgical, I think I'd rather have a Chromox than the Wish. But I don't know why they would Surgical to shuffle us anyway. This is a bummer. We're going to lose our first match to Delver with this list. And they reveal the Force. It's rough. And a Braid. Yeah. Not a whole lot I can do about that. So I think I'm going to try to get them to force the grid here. I mean, it could get dazed. But yeah. We have to get lucky in order to win this game at this point. Another Delver. Yep. So it doesn't matter that much if the Wish Claw gets forced, because we need to find, like, all this represents is a diamond. Pyroblast. So now Pyroblast is live. Delta. So they have forced Pyroblast in hand, and we're going to 7. Yeah, we're just dead. Unfortunately, it didn't really matter what we did this game. I guess I could have tried to like play the relay slower, but I don't think that's actually correct. I think you were supposed to play it on turn 1. We're a 13 land deck. Like, you're not... In 4 cards, you're not likely to hit the relay. Actually, we're a 13 land deck. So it's just like super improbable. Now we go to 1 and likely die to a burn spell. And even if we don't die to a burn spell, Jacob has Force Pyro. Like, there's no winning this. Sure. So this gets countered, and then we get pyroed. Okay, 1-1. Round 3, we're facing Into Play, Cloudpost Legend. And this is a pretty good hand, but for a reason that you might not expect. So the way that this matchup plays out is that our opponent likely tries to keep a hand with Pithing Needle in it, and then they name Wish Claw. Well, Burning Wish is one of our best claws at beating that line. So we have 2 Burning Wish. We're just going to try to find mana at this point. This seems great. Yeah, let's keep this. We also have a backdoor of casting Pulverize with this hand, which is pretty sweet. But we should find out if our opponent's actually on Cloudpost first, and it looks like they are. Do I even want to bother playing the Claw? I guess it's like sort of free. Alright. Plus, if we do that, we get to look at a fresh 3 cards next turn with Brainstorm instead of drawing the the Echo that we already know about. So they have to play a Needle this turn, which makes it so they can't activate Reclaimer as well. It's just like sort of free. Okay, so not a post land. And then we draw the Echo. Alright, we don't need the Tendies. We don't need Veil. Can we just get like Peer into the Abyss here? So next turn we can use Wish Claw for a Dark Ritual, and I think that allows us to cast Peer without any risk. Now they go get a Cloudpost land. They could also get a Wasteland, but most likely a Cloudpost. Post board, our opponent sides into 4 copies of Mindbreak and Force of Vigor. So the post board games definitely get more difficult for us. Game 1 tends to be in our favor, though. Alright, so now they're up to 3 mana. Cloudpost now taps for 2. And they're just going to pass by the looks of it. Okay. Another copy of Burning Wish. We did not need that. So Dark Ritual brings us up to 6. We go down to 5. Cast a Dark Ritual. And that brings us exactly to 7. And now we Peer. We haven't seen any zeros yet, so... Okay, and our opponent's just had enough. I'm fine with that. Thank you for saving me clicks. We can board out the Veils here. Those are cards I don't think we need. And... Abrupt Decay actually isn't that good. Our opponent just has Needles, so I don't think I like boarding that in. Instead, I'm going to board in 2 Relay. Just additional action. I think it's pretty good. Chain also answers Merit Lodge. It's been a long time since I've seen Collector Oof out of these decks, so I don't know if I should be respecting that or not. I guess we can look while our opponent boards. Legacy, and then let's find Cloudpost. Mimir Trap, Force of Vigor, Endurance, Carpet. Yeah, so no Collector Oof out of the first list. Let's see if we can find our actual opponent. Into Play. Yeah, so no Collector Oof, nothing like that. You could even argue that you're supposed to board in the 3rd Relay over a Chain. I mean, it's not the worst idea. Could do this. Let's try it. Why not? There's more things to get hit by Mimir Trap. Does make our ad nauseums a little suspect, but that's fine. And a friendly reminder, if you want to support this content, you can open up the description down below. We have a social media section. In there we have 7 different channels, and they're all fantastic in their own way, but I would personally recommend the Discord. You can join there for great combo conversation and a way to level up your Storm game for free. Why not join? Seems like a no-brainer to me. You should do it. Okay. Game 2, we've opened up a pretty good hand here. No way of beating Mindbreak Trap, though. Um, just throwing that out there. And our opponent's going to keep 7. Okay. So, like I said, Trap is the card we're really looking to beat. Yep. And our opponent most likely sides in Carpet of Flowers, so I'm thinking that we should not play an island if we don't have to. I think we just get Echo here. No reason to play out LED. If you play out LED, it can get countered by Mind Break, but also gets destroyed by Force of Vigor. It's just like not a great move. And here they might be thinking about destroying our Chromox. Certainly within the realm of possibility. Yep. Alright, so Chromox down. Okay. Getting a little bit punished for getting Badlands here because now I can't Ponder. Nice. Alright, so now we can just play Claw and pass. And if I play out the Diamond, I can actually beat Mindbreak next turn. Yeah, it's a little bit risky because if they have a second Force of Vigor, I get punished. But I think it's worth the risk. Now they're going to activate Reclaimer. Maybe not. What are they going to do here? We did make our deck worse at resolving Ad Nauseam by adding in a bunch of mana with Galvanic Relays. So next turn, even if we resolve Ad Nauseam, it is not a guarantee. Alright, so is this a crop rotation and then an activation of Elvish Reclaimer? Because that's what it could be. Okay, so you have a Yavimaya, and now you go to get Dark Depths, I'm guessing? Yeah, they're going to get Dark Depths. Ooh, okay, so they're not going for the Depths plan. That's interesting. Okay. So if they had a Force of Vigor, they could have hardcast it here, and they are not doing that. Okay, so we're able to Ad Nauseam here. And if I play out the Petal, I open myself up to Mind Break, so I'm not going to do that. And our opponent is going to likely keep open Reclaimer for Bojuka Bog to shut off this Echo. Alright, so we do have 2 grids in our deck. Our opponent has 2 cards, so at worst they can have 2 Mind Breaks. Right now they cannot cast Mind Break. But they might be considering using Reclaimer for Bog. Alright, so they're pausing here, considering their options, and Ad Nauseam resolves. Alright, did not want to reveal Tendrils. Sort of a bummer. 8. Alright, we're going to stop there. Go to 5. Let's get a Swamp. So they could Mind Break this Dark Rit, and that actually stops us. But they did not. Okay. Oh, they can pay for Mind Break, or they can pay for a Trap through Grid. That's what they're doing here. Ooh, they have Veil Summer now. I didn't realize that. And they can still pay for Mind Break. It's a new card for them to be playing. So we actually want the Defense Grid to resolve because it gives us Metalcraft. So if they Mind Break this, I don't know. It goes both ways. So if there is a Game 3, I will be boarding out the Tendrils, knowing that they have Veil of Summer. Okay. This is the Force of Vigor. So I've played my land. This Tendrils does nothing, so I feel like I'm supposed to just get rid of it. I could try to Echo and force them to use their trap. I don't hate that. So I'm likely going to get hit by Mind Break here. Ooh, it just resolved. But nothing to do with it. Wow. We're going to pass the turn. Okay, so we need to draw an action spell. Here they can use Elvish Reclaimer, go get another copy of Cloudpost, or even part of the Dark Depths combo. And we need to draw an action spell. Our life total isn't that high, so we could be dead to Reclaimer. And it looks like that's the line they're going for by getting Misty here, is pumping up this Reclaimer to a 3 and attacking. Okay. I wonder if they're still playing Mind Break. Like, if they have Veil, they have Force of Vigor. Like, is there a chance they're just not playing Mind Break? So this looks like it could be a crop rotation, which would pump their Elvish Reclaimer up to 3 power. Long pause here. Just gonna enter some stuff in the spreadsheet while they're thinking. Alright, so they finally did something. Another Glimmer Post, okay. That's fine. And now they can hardcast Force of Vigor, I guess. Hitting Grid Claw. Sure. Well, they can't cast Force of Vigor now. So I guess I'll find out if they actually have... This could be a Needle. No Needle. It must have been Mind Break, right? Or another Veil. I'm trying to think about what my outs are here. I could just like go get Brainstorm and hope that Brainstorm hits 2 action spells. The reckless thing to do would just be like, I don't think my opponent's playing Mind Break. And we could Burning Wish or Peer. So I think it's Brainstorm into 2 action spells or Peer. Like, those are our options. We do have the main deck Echo. So can I cast that? Like, Dark Ritual, land. I could play Echo, but I could hardcast it with no mana floating. Is that even worth it? Maybe I should have played this stuff out last turn. Yeah, maybe that was just a mistake. Alright, I think I'm going to take the route of, let's pretend they don't have Mind Break. Because I don't know if we can beat Mind Break anyway. So let's just not play around it. What are they doing here? Is it Veil? Sure. You just made my job so easy. So easy. Alright, so we're going to Burning Wish or Peer. Just to make sure we have enough mana. We do. Okay, so my hunch was correct. Our opponent is not playing Mind Break. Nope. Okay, and now we can tap this for green. Hold priority. Add black. So they're playing Veils over Mind Breaks today. Which is something you're allowed to do. Whatever. Not a big deal. But we're at the Magic 2 life. that allows us to take this line instead. And now we just have to storm up to 26. We could probably exile the rest of our deck if we wanted. Let's cast a Brainstorm. Ooh, we drew Tendies that we can't do anything with. You know what Tendies does? It gets imprinted to Chrome Mox. What's worse, Tendrils or Adnaz? So we still have quite a bit of storming to go. I'm just trying to figure out what the best thing to do here is. I think it's going to be Shuffle with Ponder. I can Wishclaw for another Rite of Flame that makes roughly 1 million mana. I don't know if we need that much more red, but it's fine. Alright, almost there. Don't need land or Tendies. Probably play a Grid with all this extra red mana. Ponder. We'll take an Opal. Opal Storm 25. Burning Wish. Now we go get Grape Shot. And let's do it. Grape Shot for 27. Nice Veil of Summer. 2-1. Helvetia is our opponent. I faced them a ton in the past, and usually on blue control decks. According to Goldfish, they've been playing a more variety of decks recently, including green-white depths. I'm not sure what they're playing today, but yeah, we can't keep this hand. We have to ship that. And this is playable. I think we just bottom the pedal and figure out what they're doing. This hand is a lot better if they're on green-white depths, but if they're on a blue deck, it's a little suspect. What is the play, opponent? Alright, so it looks like it's Moonstompy. Burning Wish. What? Is this... This is Ruby, I think. Or is this... This could be not Ruby, I don't know. It's the mirror! Wow. Well, yikes. Not great for the mirror. A lot of lands. Wow. Kind of cool. I mean, I hope we win, but... Alright, not the mirror. I'm not playing that card. Alright. Another Ponder off the top rope. Veil of Summer is probably a card we'd like to find here. And our own copy of Echo of Aeons. That's pretty interesting. Opponents on 5 cards. Question is, do I imprint Ponder? So what we could do here is imprint Ponder to cast Brainstorm. I just don't know how good that line actually is. But if they have another Thoughtseize effect or another Duress, they could put Echo to the a graveyard for us. Sorry, I was eating pretzels in between rounds, and yeah. Anyway, so I think we could end up leaving like all Echo. Like, what if we just put back like? Yeah, I think we have to commit to the line. So now if they Duress or Thoughtseize us, we have Echo. Interesting. So this looks sort of similar to what Jax posted to the Storm Discord, where it was just like Grixis relay deck. Come on, discard spell. Okay. They fell into our trap. Now we get to Echo on our turn. And we're going to fetch because we don't want to draw either of those cards on top. Didn't really want to land. I think we're supposed to play the fetch here. So if we want to fetch Brains from Fetch post Echo, we can. Okay. So we don't know if they're playing Veil of Summer or not. Excuse me. We're 1 mana short of Ad Nauseam. No, we're not. All right, so we put back the land, ponder, I guess. Now we go to 18. Feel like we played Torouts pretty well here, and we got rewarded with that Echo line. So if our opponent has a counterspell, we do have Veil. I don't know what exactly they're playing. Okay, and now Ad Nauseam. Hey. So there's no Echo in the deck. We don't have to worry about that. We'll stop there. And the reason to stop there is if our opponent just happens to have like a Lightning Bolt or something. Alright, Dark Ritual. And then I'm going to play a Grid. Because if they have a Veil, they'd have to cast it now. And it just resolved. Sweet. Alright, they're going to concede. We've taken game number 1 over the Pseudo Mirror. Alright, Grid can come out. I don't think we want that here. I'm going to board into Relay. It's not the best card, but I think it's probably fine. Like, it's just another action spell. And one of the nice things about Relay is that if our opponent echoes and misses, we're going to have extra cards. So instead of having 7 fresh cards, we could have up to, I don't know, 13. It depends on how much you relay for. But it's better than Defense Grid that doesn't really do a whole lot. And Defense Grid has some natural friction with Veil of Summer. We saw that our opponent's playing discard, so Veil of Summer does have some value here. I could board out Tendrils, but we don't know if our opponent's playing Veil, so it could just end up being good. So I think we should probably keep that in our deck. And once again, if you need help keeping track of your Storm and Mana, couldn't recommend the mini token pack anymore. You should definitely go check that out. Great value, $12, so many tokens. Do it up. And if you've already done that, what you should do is subscribe on your preferred podcast platform for the Eternal Glory podcast. It is myself, Brian Cook, alongside Brian Koval and Phil Gallagher. We discuss Legacy. Okay, game 2. We have a turn 1 Naws, assuming that our opponent doesn't Thoughtseize us. I'm not shipping this back, so I'm hoping for a Ponder pass here. Alright, Helvetii. Okay. Do we think that they have Flusterstorm? I don't know, but I'm going to jam. I mean, I didn't come here to not jam. Resolve. Hey! Not a lot of mana here. Does this do anything? So Storm's 3. I could like... No, it's just like not enough. Alright, that should do it. Okay, Imprint of Burning Wish. Opal. So they probably kept like a turn 2 or something. But unfortunately for them, we just opened up on the nuts. Yeah. Good, honest Magic the Gathering, if you ask me. Hit F6, let them all resolve. And we're going to be 3-1. I don't know what the list this says. Maybe the Mirror? I don't know. I mean, it looks a lot like the Mirror. It's just like an offshoot. Maybe I'll list it as the Epic Storm. Who knows? But thank you for watching this far. We're 3-1. 3 more rounds to go. Alright, this is round number 5, and I think we're in for a battle. Our opponent is Max Magicker, and I've faced them in the past. They traditionally play Omnitel and Legacy. That said, their history is full of Doomsday and Vintage right now. Both matchups are pretty tough. Doomsday more tough than Omni, in my opinion. But we can't keep this hand. We have to ship it. This hand is fine. So I think we're supposed to bottom Wishclaw, and then just play turn 1 Echo, or turn 1 Burning Wish or Echo, and then turn 2 Veil into Echo. Yeah, like, it doesn't feel great, but I think it is the best line here. Okay. Does Burning Wish resolve? I would really like it to. There we go. Alright, so now we get Echo. Turn 2 we have Echo plus Veil. Okay. What are you playing, opponent? Please be something easy. Please don't be Doomsday or Omni. Ugh. Uh, uh, not like this. No. Are you kidding me? Okay, they're passing. So you're saying there's a chance. So they're not Sneak and Show. I mean, we have to just jam here. This is so bad for us, though. Okay. That was not bad. That was not bad. So what are our options here? So the land drop is free. I can imprint, or I can just cast Ponder, and then anything. Yeah, we should just brainstorm here. Anything that imprints. Okay. So I can put back this and Ponder. I'm just trying to figure out how to up our storm count. So if I put back Ponder, I can play LED Opal. That should just be lethal. 3, 5, so that's 6 plus. Yeah, that's 18. Okay. I don't think I miscounted. I can't believe that we're going to win this. So, this could in theory be Mono Red Sneak Attack. It's not. This is definitely Sneak and Show. Okay, so now we're going to imprint the Ponder. Our opponent's doing that thing where they take a really long time on everything, hoping that you misclick. They could say that they're not doing that, but the pauses on things like Chromox and stuff when they're under Veil of Summer, I don't know. Alright, so now... So this is spell number 8. Tendrils will be 9, and because of Ancient Tomb, this is lethal. So we get Chicken Tendies, and then we just have to fetch and player land. Okay. So we have stolen game number 1 from Sneak and Show. Wow. Alright. Hit F6. Sure. Alright, so Tendrils into the Cyborg Echo on turn 2. Hell yeah. Alright, so the downside is we don't get any better post board at all. And our opponent does get additional pieces of interaction. So I'm just going to hit submit again. There's nothing to board in. Galvanic Relay isn't meant for this matchup. It's just too slow. And I don't really feel like it's what the matchup is about. You could board it in over a couple Ponder, I suppose. Like maybe 2. Let's try this out, actually. This is a way of beating a bunch of counter spells. It's just we really don't want to pass the turn against them. Honestly, Ponder might be better. Because this makes our ad nauseams worse. Let's try 1. 1 can't hurt, right? I'm going to say that, and then I'm going to flip it and die to ad nauseam. It's going to be miserable. Okay, Max Magicer. I'm going to keep this. Come on, Wishclaw off the top rope, baby! Ponder. Please give me a Wishclaw off the top. Please! Give me that turn 1 with Veil back up. They chose to shuffle with Ponder. Come on, Wishclaw Talisman! Yes! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Wishclaw! Let's go. Alright. Claw. It resolved. How about this Veil? They forced Veil. So if we add Nas, we lose to Daze. We also lose to another counter spell. And we don't have enough Storm for... You know, I'm just going to Nas. If they Daze me, they Daze me. Please let it resolve. Hey. Well, there's Echo. So Tendrils kills us. We're so far away. Okay. LED would win the game. There's only 2 of them, though. Chromox would also just be, like, amazing here because we could cast multiple cantrips. Alright, I'm going to stop there. Alright, Brainstorm. 3 artifacts. Not what I wanted. Okay, how do we do this? Alright, let's put out an opal. And I think we go to cleanup. So we're going to get rid of the fetches, most likely. We're definitely getting rid of Echo and Relay. We don't need 3 copies of Veil of Summer. We have to get rid of 1 more land. So I think we're supposed to keep the fetch and go to 1. And I think, like, we're drawing... It's going to stink if they Surgical Burning Wish, but we have 2 on top. Keeping grid in hand allows us to put it into playoff show and tell. There's just no mana in that ad nauseum. I can't believe that we're probably going to lose this game. We even ripped the Wishclaw on turn 1. Alright, we're going to go to 1. I want to keep the grid to put in a playoff of show and tell, so I don't really want to play grid here. And just pass the turn. Preordain. Okay, so they put 1 on top, 1 on the bottom. Can't use this because we're at 1. If they Pyro here, we just have to let it go. We have 30 cards left in deck. I'd love to see some mana off this. This is our game to lose. Okay, grid is... Or, not grid, diamond is terrific. Did I just mess up by tapping for blue? So if I cast Veil and it resolves, it's only Storm 5. So I could grid... Let's just cast this. So a line that I could take here, we're dead to force, is I could Burning Wish, which would be from 7, and then get Dark Ritual with Wishclaw, where they'd be from 8, and then Tendrils would be 9. I lose to Daze or Force. The alternative is I like just play Grid and pass, but we're getting to the point where I'm almost dead. So if this is Force, if they force this, they shouldn't, but if they do, we could Echo. Please don't have anything. Okay. Tendrils? This game is kind of a shit show. My opponent's saying nice draws. Sure. Okay, so we're 4-1. I feel like I got really lucky this game. Really lucky. Like, our ad naus was just miserable, but our opponent didn't really do anything meaningful after that. So, wow. We're 4-1. Just have to keep on winning. 2 rounds to go. Round number 6, we're facing Musasabi, and we are on the play. They had a deck list published yesterday that was Amulet Titan and Legacy. So I think we're probably going to keep this. We're 1 mana short of Ad Nauseam. We just have to draw a land or anything that is +1 mana on our next turn. That said, we could hold the land and not play into Wasteland, but I don't think that's what we should be doing here. It just doesn't seem like a winning strategy to me. So we're just going to try to draw land. Our opponent also has a history with elves, so they could be on elves, but not with this Ancient Tomb. Ugh. That hurt. Alright, so these are both dead cards now. What do we do with that? So if the Ad Nauseam was in the deck, this wouldn't be an issue. We could Echo. Yikes. I think I'm supposed to play out my artifacts in Echo next turn, not this turn. If we get Karned, we get Karned. I don't think I'm supposed to Echo this turn. With a Chalice for 1 and being in play, like I just need all of the available mana that I can get. Why is the Ad Nauseam in our hand? We could actually beat the Chalice for one if the Ad Nauseam was in the deck. Okay. And just pass the turn, hope that we get to untap, without being wrecked. I was really hoping that they were on the Titan deck. We'd have a pretty good matchup against that deck. That deck did not have Chalice in it. So this is just Moon Stompy. Okay. Echo off the top. So we can beat this. It's just very, very difficult. Does it get any better or worse? We'd pretty much have to draw Tendrils off of the Echo. Another thing we could do is just pass and try to, like, if we can draw more lands, we can hardcast the Echo. Well, we can hardcast Echo now. The issue with that, though, is we don't have a lot of mana. It's just a really tough spot to be in. Both these cards being in our hand is just miserable. Alright, I think I'm going to risk it, and I'm just going to hope to get lucky and draw Tendrils off the Echo. Come on, deck. Please. Oh my, we hit the Tendies. But I don't know if we have enough spells. So if I cast this Tendrils, I can play 2 spells, so that'd be 5, 6. I can put them to 4. Maybe I was supposed to hold those. I actually can't win the game if I cast this Tendrils. And I drew the Tendrils and I couldn't win. So they're at 16. Alright, so I think we need to let them kill themselves with Ancient Tomb. And maybe I wasn't supposed to play those. I don't know. But that's how we win this game, is them playing spells off Tomb and then us eventually casting Tendrils. Moon Stompy. Oh, that's not good. So because they're going to win this game, they'll be on the play for a hypothetical game 3, which is just really bad for us. Yeah. Alright. So we lost game 1 against Moon Stompy. Let's get these out of here. So we could leave in 2 Veil to play around Chalice for 0, or we can board in Relay. I think I'm going to try Relays. It just gives us more action spells. Sure. Maybe I'll get lucky and hit Echo off a Ponder. I guess I could also Ponder into Relay and then sack the LED. Yeah, I guess that's an available line. Ponder. So if I keep Burning Wish in the pile, I can empty for a bunch this turn. Petal, Dark Ritual, yeah, I can empty. I don't know if empty is good enough against this deck anymore, but now we hold control. Add blue. Cast Ponder, add 3 red. Okay. Here's hoping goblins are good enough. Turn 116. The warrens have been emptied. Alright, so they're going to go to 4. And we got it. Alright, game 3. Alright, so we stole game 2. I didn't feel like I deserved that one, but we got it. Empty, turn 1. Now we're on the draw for game 3. Do I think Veil's better on the draw? I don't know. It does help us beat a Chalice 0, if, like, that's their play. We can imprint it to cast... Yeah, I'm going to do Veils on the draw. Just being on the draw against Moon Stompy game 3 is not where we want to be. This hand's probably fine. They kept 7. Oh. Yep, we're just toast. Toast. What are you doing, opponent? Alright, they figured out how to cast Chalice. Fetch land. So, I think it's like kind of free to just play Claw here. We might have to build towards a Pulverize to win this game. Back by War Boss. This is going to be tough. We have to draw a fetch land, like, pretty quickly. So, the problem is that next turn we can add Nas. But the Chelsea one, it's going to be tough to answer. We might be able to peer, depending on what our draw is. Alright. Maybe peer's the option here if I can... I need to draw, like, mana. Does that do it? So... I need to think this through. So these two both convert into LEDs. We can cast Peer with a land drop. Oh my. Are we actually going to get through this? We would need the Peer to be good. It would have to be a bunch of zeros. Diamond. Diamond. Come on, deck. Please don't fail me. Keeping the extra petal... Actually, no, we're not keeping any petals. That's a lie. Black. Black. Alright, we're all in on this Peer. Please, Peer, carry me to the promised land. Alright, so there's a decay. I like the looks of this. Chromox. I don't want to imprint tendrils. I think we got it, though. Black. Play this. Blow up the Chalice. Probably didn't even need to blow up Chalice, but I'm going to. Because I can. Wow, I can't believe we got this. Alright, now we can finish it off with a Grape Shot. Wow, we beat Moonstompy with Peer into the Abyss on turn 3. Yes! We are now 5-1. Next round is our winning in. Will we make top 8? Let's find out. I'm pretty excited. This deck list is pretty good. Like I said, I've been winning quite a bit with it. Yeah. Here's to hoping we get round number 7. Don't go anywhere. Alright, winning in time, and we're facing Bob Huang. Likely on Blue-Red Delver. So this hand is super risky. If we draw a Lion's Eye Diamond, this hand becomes amazing because our Metalcraft is turned on. We have double Veil. Wishclaw would activate these as well, but we have to cast Wishclaw. Wasteland obviously hurts. Against better judgment, I'm going to keep this and just hope for the best. It's hard to ship back the double Veil of Summer Hand against likely Delver. Wow. Okay, it is Delver. Ragavan. The start that Bob wants on the play, especially against us. Alright, Brainstorm, not the worst draw, but would have liked to have drawn like a Lion's Eye Diamond there. So Ragavan's going to get in now. See what Ragavan flips. Ponder. Pretty good for Bob. Yep. I'll be honest, I didn't really want to draw a Ponder. We can't do much with it, but... Alright, no Wasteland. I would love to draw Lion's Eye Diamond. What? Bob's on Painter? I did not see that coming. Another Ponder. Alright. I think I just have to Brainstorm here. We could just be dead next turn. I don't know what to do. I think I'm supposed to Ponder here. Maybe I was supposed to keep the second Veil instead of the Grid. So this is actually pretty interesting because this could give Bob the mana necessary to beat me. I think we have to give Bob the Opal. I was not expecting Painter. So if Bob has Grindstone, we're just done. Do you have it, Bob? Ponder. Would like to see a shuffle off this. Alright, Bob, what are you doing with your Ponder? Chose to shuffle. We're so far away from winning still. It has me really nervous. And another Ponder. Okay. Did not shuffle. and a third ponder. Bob has 4 cards, about to be 5. Chose to shuffle with that ponder. So we're just dead to Grindstone. So now we're drawing Rite of Flame. So I'm kind of hoping that this gets forced, because then if Bob rips Grindstone, we can Veil it. Does this resolve Bob? Defense crit is on the stack. Bob is tanking. So the thing about this is, if Bob lets it resolve, Bob can just Pyroblast it on Bob's turn. And it resolves. So Bob actually gave us the window to win here, but we can't abuse it. We don't have anything going on. So Bob let it resolve and is going to get rewarded here. And if Bob has Grindstone, we're just dead. Alright. Coming in for 3, we go to 11. No! Brutal. Ugh, that's just backbreaking. Not only is Bob taking away Lion's Eye Diamond from us, Bob now has so much mana to dig for Grindstone, and we can't do anything about it. Alright, this is a really long brainstorm, so I'm guessing with the brainstorm taking this long that Bob did not find Grindstone. If Bob found Grindstone off this, I don't know, I'd be shocked. Alright, Bob's going to pass. That's interesting. That LED is just brutal. Ponder. I feel like I need to try to win this turn. Try to resolve this. Bob does have double force up. Just a heads up. And that resolved. Okay. I think we should ponder. This doesn't help us. Well, I guess I could stack it so that Bob just gets a land next turn. And Bob didn't kill us, so... Okay. Maybe this isn't that bad. Bob is playing this extremely conservatively. I'm guessing that Bob's hand has to have some good stuff in it. Like, it can't just all be garbage. Infinite mana for Bob. Another brainstorm. We couldn't win last turn anyway, so, like, I'm not going to feel bad if Bob draws the Grindstone here. It's just we were unable to win. Bob had double force up. We had no path to doing anything. What stinks is if Bob has double Pyroblast, these claws die and then we're not doing anything. I guess I'm just hoping that Bob has nothing. Also, this is a lot of cantrips too, if not a Found Grindstone. Alright, Bob. We have a Chromox on top of our deck, so we need to fetch before we draw. Alright, so... Oh, Bob's passing. I just imagine Bob just has to have, like, triple counter in hand. Bob can only play 2 counters this turn. Can we do anything with this? So, if we fetch... Bob has enough to double bolt us. Something to keep in mind. So I think what's going to end up happening here is Bob's going to attempt to counterspell Veil, and then we're going to Wishclaw for another Veil, and we're going to have to draw well off the draws on these. Force Pitch Daze, okay. So we don't have to activate this other claw yet. Our outs here are pretty slim. Really? Okay. Please give me a Dark Ritual or something. Please. Please. I don't think we can do it. I think we're just dead. So I can Wishclaw for Brainstorm. That's probably our out here. We have to Brainstorm into the absolute nuts. Um, if that was like a dark ritual, we won, but it wasn't. I think it has to be brainstorm. This feels bad. We were so close to winning. Come on, deck, carry me, please. LED Echo. We could try to ponder into Echo. That's our out here. I can't imprint Wishclaw on a Chromox because it's an artifact, just a heads up. I think it just has to be Echo off this ponder. There you are, Dark Ritual. Alright, going to game 2 against Painter. We gave Bob the claws, so Bob guarantee has the grindstone next turn, so there's no point in passing. Relay is a card I want here. It's going to be good at beating the counter spells, but also the Pyroblast that Bob will be siding in. Part of me wonders if I should just like board out the Echo and don't play into Pyroblast at all. Like, if Bob's going to have Pyroblast, what if we just don't play blue cards? It's like sort of on my mind right now. But I don't think we have enough to board out Brainstorm, so we're going to keep Brainstorms. Yeah, I think I like this. That felt really bad. We were so anemic on mana that entire game. And Bob gave us a lot of opportunities to win, but unfortunately it just like didn't happen. Yeah. Nothing else to say about it, really. And if Bob had main deck Pyroblasts, I mean, I don't know if Bob's playing main deck Pyroblast, but if they were in there, Bob blanked on them over like 20-something looks, much like the Grindstone. So Bob could have had drawn Pyroblast to kill Grid or the Wishclaws. We were so close to just like natural tendrils-ing there. I don't know if a Rite of Flame would have done it. We did have one right in the graveyard. I'd have to go back and check the math. But we're on the play. Let's just focus on winning this game. Yeah, I'll keep this. We do need to draw another land or something. Because right now this relay just doesn't do a whole lot. Like, we could relay for 2, 3. Another Agavan. Yep. Come on, deck. Be good to me. I don't think I want to relay for 4. I'm going to try taking another draw step. Okay. Ragavan. I didn't want to Chromox, that's fine. Ponder from Robert. I think like we really want something like Lotus Petal. This relay is going to have to do some heavy lifting if we're going to win this. Alright, Bob is choosing to play the Chromox. I'm printing another copy of Ragavan, that makes a lot of sense. Saga, okay. 5 cards left in Bob's hand. There we go. Good draw. So another thing I can do to increase Storm is cast Veil and just like have Bob force it. I could also Brainstorm. Maybe that's better. And if this gets Pyroblasted, I'm just fine with that. Okay, I have not played a land. I think I'd rather have the extra Storm. So I'm going to Veil here. Come on, force it, Bob. Right, Bob thinking pretty hard on this Veil of Summer. And it resolved. Alright. Relay for 8. We know that the top 2 are Veil land. Gonna need the other ones to be pretty good. Not that good. There's no action in there. That's bad news. That is bad news. Couldn't just give me a Wishclaw or a Burning Wish. 8 cards, no action. And not another Relay or an Echo. I guess we boarded out an Echo. Feels bad. Oh, come on. Would have loved to have drawn that next turn. If we don't draw an action spell next turn, I don't know how we win this game. And you can't blame this on Relay. Like, this was an uncounterable draw 8. Like, an Echo there wouldn't have won anyway. But we have to draw into something good here. Another Relay would be acceptable in my opinion. I don't know what Bob's thinking about so long here. Alright, Bob has cast Wishclaw Talisman. Something has finally happened. Please give me an action spell deck. Please. Alright, come on, deck. No. If this resolves, we're just screwed. And Bob's going to force. So this gives us 2 looks, assuming that our Veil resolves. And I think that means that we're supposed to crack Lion's Eye Diamond for red, because Burning Wish. We only have 3 Brainstorms in the deck anyway. This also gives us 2 more Relays, so we have Relays and Wish. It looks like Bob has a counter here. Yep. So that means that Bob's last 2 draw steps were additional forces. And that's going to close the matchup for us. Because Bob let the Veil resolve. I guess Bob could have had 1 force and then drawn another. Like, that's realistically probably what happened. But, feels bad. We're getting Dream Crush at our top 8 here. Yep. Okay. Womp womp. 5 and 2. We're not going to be an X2 that makes it. We were 7th place coming in, I believe. And our breakers are not very good. So maybe we'll make top 16. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Cheers. Take care. Keep storming. Hey, Brian Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.